So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce a very dear friend of mine, Pedram, who's going to give the presentation this evening on letting go. Pedram, just like one of us, is an ordinary guy. He looks a bit different with the beard and the hair, but he's a guy with power. He's a guy with passion. He's a guy with purpose. He's been coaching people now for over 20 years. He's a coach, trainer, and a therapist, helps people to find happiness in their lives, helps people to find joy, and to change and transform their lives. Pedram's already let go of a lot of things. He let go of a wife. He let go of a child. He even let go of his father recently. So he knows about the pain of life. He knows about hard times. And this evening he's going to help all of us to experience something different, something deeper, how to really let go and let something new come into your lives. I'd like you to put your hands together, give a very warm welcome for Pedram.
I believe you and I have something in common. Something that you cannot sell, buy, or rent. Something that every individual on this planet has in common. Something that is limited. The amount of minutes in a day are limited. Some people talk about time management. How can you manage your time? Can you say, today I will use 5 minutes less, so I have at the end of the week more time? It's not working like this. But there are other things that you can manage. Your resources. We are maybe different in the amount of money that we have, amount of IQ, amount of horsepower, and the amount of attention units, we could say, that are free available. This means if you have some kind of resource hogs that are taking your resources, then you have less attention, less money, and less love free available. I'm a refugee. I left Iran. I was 30 years old. And I couldn't take everything with me. At that time, we had no internet. So it was like not affordable to call my family, friends, people that I loved very much. And I couldn't take everything with me. But I took some of them. I love books. This is my first philosophical books I had. And I want to keep this copy because this is so full of my things that I gained. Maybe you can see it here. These are my first attempts, my research on wavelengths. So I took this book with me. But I had to let go a lot of things at home. What I learned in Germany was friends that helped me learn German have been very valuable to me. I wanted to keep them. It's very important that you know what is important in your life and you should keep it, and what things you can let go. You have your handouts, okay? Just notes few things that you are aware of that are important for you, and maybe a few things that you can let go.
You have some more?
Who has this, the handout? We have 1 minute, 2 minutes.
So should we fill out everything now, or?
Just write down a few things that you are aware of that are important for you,
Okay.
and few things that you can let go, or you want to let go. Okay? You just think about it, maybe. So 1 minute. So do you have a few things? Just let me hear. What did you find out that's important to you? Yeah? Yeah?
I wrote down travel time is important for me.
Okay. Travel time?
Or time to travel.
Yeah?
I wrote three things.
Yeah.
Not just one.
Yeah.
Me,
Yeah?
my family, and my close friends.
Me, my family, and close friends.
Yes.
Can you easily read it?
No.
Okay. Just take it as a symbol. Like my family, things that I love. Okay? So these are the family, the close friends that are connected to each other. Okay. What are the things that you would rather let go? Just tell me a few things. Yeah. Yeah.
Fear.
Fear. Fear.
Fear. Yeah.
Anger.
Anger. Yeah.
Procrastination.
Can I write it later? Can I write it later? Procrastination. I asked before in Facebook, what are the things that you would rather let go? Some people say thoughts, some people say emotions. If you look at this, it's a lot about emotions. Emotions touch us. So this is much more difficult to let them go. Some thoughts are, if you are procrastinating, so you are doing something else. So it's like a kind of behavior. You can let go of your behavior. You can let go of your thoughts that you think, okay, this is a belief that something is more important, that is not important for you. And the emotions are keeping it. So there is something that I want to give you at the beginning. There is a very small process to let go of the things that are around you so that we are starting. So we can easily start this division. Put your attention on the front wall. Okay, let go. Put your attention on the back wall. Okay, let it go. Put your attention on this wall. Okay, let it go. Put your attention on this wall. Good. Let it go. Are you ready for more adventurous things? Put your attention on the distance between you and the front wall. Okay, let it go. Put your attention on the front wall. Good. Let it go. Put on your attention on the floor. Okay, let it go. Put your attention on me and keep it for a few minutes. So if something is taking your attention, just try this exercise and you will be easier in the moment and doing what you are going to do. Then you are less procrastinating. Okay. Since I said the time is so valuable, I want to do everything possible in my power to make this 40-45 minutes worth your time. This is what we are going to do. First we find or make sure what is fulfilling, so that we can decide what should be let go and what should be keep. The things that fulfill you, things that you love, should be known. And there are 6 methods how you can find them. Even if you know what you like, things are there that can unbalance you, that create procrastination. And there are some kind of fake solutions. If you look at Facebook, if you look at Instagram, everybody is talking about be happy, be yourself, take your time, manage you have only one life, you have only 2 lives, whatever. These different things are solutions. They may work for some people. They may work in some situation. But the only thing that helps you is the next step. If you don't know what is your next step, the other steps might be too easy or gone, or they might be in the future available, but not now. Oh. Do and be. Okay. How many of you know goal setting tools? Yeah, tell me.
The SMART, we say set SMART goals. So
Smart goals, yeah, like specific, measurable, attractive,
Time bound.
huh?
Time bound. Actionable.
Actionable, exactly, real and timely. But if you live, I don't know if being timely is very good. Sometimes you have goals that you want to do every day. It's something like do. So you don't never want to end these things. If you have your wife, you want to kiss her every day, not just once, timely, done. Okay? Some people say be in the now. But sometimes we have our resources from the past. Look at your hands. How many years do you have them? If you are only in the now, where are your hands gone? What about these walls that we let go? They exist from the past. The money on your bank account, I hope you use the past. There are things that you have from the past, of course. And people, a lot of people, set goals because of the things that they can have. I want to keep my Lamborghini. I have it and I want to keep it. This is a goal. This is something that fulfills me, then everybody knows, okay, what is there? You can have a wife or have a husband or a friend. But if you cannot do anything with them, if you have a lot of money, then it's not easy to be fulfilled. I had once my thoughts. I thought, okay, if I have $1 million, is it fulfilling? It was not fulfilling. It was much more fulfilling to just spend the money. And there is also a possibility to just be something. I meditate for 3 months in a monastery. It was just being. And still, it's very fulfilling. You have on your handouts these 3 possibilities. Yeah?
I didn't get the first point with the past.
Okay, from the past,
Yeah.
you can find out what did you have that you liked, that fulfilled you.
Okay.
You can use being thankful or grateful. Just think about the things that you are grateful that you have. These are things that will fulfill you maybe in the future too. These are the things that are important to you. These are the things that you want to keep.
And they come from the past, or
Yeah, things that you had.
okay.
You had nice parents. You have a house that created in the last, few years, 10 years. You have a bank account with some money from past. You're not creating it now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Thank you.
Hmm? You have a few things that you are grateful from the past, that you have, that you did, that you are. Sometimes it's, here's the past. You are grateful for your things that you have, that you did, and you are. But you can also set goals or find things that are important for you in the future. Let's say you have no Lamborghini from the past. But maybe you can imagine to have one. You can check if this will fulfill you. You just imagine yourself, you have a Lamborghini, and then you check if you are grateful having this. And how happy you are. You can also check if you like to drive this Lamborghini. Or just have it. Is it visible there?
Yes.
And how you will be. You just check if this will fulfill you, what you are after. What happens after 1 year? You set goals, okay, this is good. You want to start smoking, okay, you stop smoking. But maybe you do other things that you don't like. You know it from the past. Each time you stop smoking, you ate chocolate. You want to write a few things? Or you did already? Yeah? Okay? This is just to make you familiar with this exercises. I'm sure you want to do it every day, as I do. Every day you can take 1 hour for yourself. You deserve it. And just check if you need to update some of your goals. Are there things that still will fulfill you? Or are resource hogs that will take your attention, your effort, your time, your money? Oh, here's nothing. Here's still nothing. Sometimes the life is not giving you a lot of things. So what do you do then? You just create. Some people get frustrated if they don't get what they wanted. You put your attention, you put your effort, put your money and your IQ in something. You use your contacts, but you don't get anything back. Some people say, okay, I failed or I had success. But there is something that physiotherapists use. They touch you once and they say, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, how painful is it? So you say, yeah, 2, or I don't know, on the scale is maybe 8, and they give you some massage, and now, how is it? Oh, it's 2. So there is improvement. So you have a possibility not to just succeed or fail, you can improve yourself. This is a way to make out of 1 point, 1-dimensional goal. So you have 1 goal, Lamborghini, and someone says, okay, I cannot give you a Lamborghini, but you can have a Porsche. Okay. It's not a fail. Okay, so you succeed a little bit in the same direction. But you should have your directions. If you have written down all your goals that fulfill you, then you can much easier find things that are important for you, things that will fulfill you. or in the same direction. You can do the decisions much faster. If you do this for yourself, you can create more goals. This is the car, this is your family, this is your travel time. Now you have two-dimensional goals. You can achieve this amount, that's here. So it's easier to put your attention in the direction that is giving you more. It's a better investment, maybe. Besides this, you can make a three-dimensional goal of it. Because I might like a lot of things, but I love my wife and I love my son. He's 7 months old and he's so cute. I love it even if he's shitting, because he feels relief and he's smiling at me. So this is me. I might have goals that are, you could say, egoistic, just for myself. But I can have also fun, help others to achieve their goals. If you create a company, if you're a startup, it's not a bad thing to help others to achieve their goals. You get paid. You could put your family here. You could put your friends here. This way you can fail less and use your attention, your money, your IQ more wisely. And let go of things that are not going in this direction. This is just a kind of motivation, what to let go and what not. Do you agree? If there is some questions, you just jump on it, just ask it, because sometimes my accent may be not very easy to understand. Okay. And the next thing on your handouts, let's say you know what your goals are. You know exactly they will fulfill you. But if you are drunk, you took too much alcohol, you want to go in this direction, and you don't get your goals. And I'm coming from Iran. You have two kinds of devils. One is so beautiful, so sexy that you cannot be focused on your goal. And the next one is so painful that you cannot stay there, you need to leave. So if you know how to increase your tolerance towards these things, you can much easier achieve your goal. So the next thing you should, or better, know how to let go are the things that are good, because they stop you from being excellent. And the things that are painful, sometimes they take so much attention. Let's say you had a friend or a girlfriend or something, and it was so painful, and you still keep your attention on this. Why? Because our brain is made to avoid painful things. So you keep it so that you can avoid it in the future. But after a while, maybe it's enough. And the more you know exactly in which direction you want to go and what it fulfills you, the much easier it is to let go of these things. Sometimes you see things are based in 3 or different levels. Sometimes your friends come to you and say, okay, just forget this guy. You know, he's not good for you. If it would be that easy, you didn't need this kind of solution. Sometimes it's a bit more difficult to let go, because it's not just this one incident, it's a chain behind it. Then you need maybe a friend that goes with you buying some shoes, or you just go to a game and watch this. Sometimes you have things that make you take your attention in this direction. If you have a loud music, if you just think about your mantra or your breathe, if you do a lot of sports, these things can take your attention for a while, and you can let go somehow. But there are two categories of things that unbalance you. What do you think? What can unbalance you? Yeah? Yeah?
I think, for example, the society.
Yeah.
It imbalances you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What else?
Maybe emotions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Media.
Media, okay.
Things that make you happy very fast, like chocolate, like alcohol.
Okay. So if you look at these things, maybe you can put them in two categories of two things, not sources. Because we have sources can unbalance you, and there are things that can unbalance you. Let's say you have too little of chocolate. You have too little emotions. They can be prevented. You love someone, you don't get enough love back. You want to talk to someone, you don't get enough answers. You do a lot of things for someone, he's not giving enough back to you. This can unbalance you. You say, oh, I did so much for him, and I'm not receiving much back, so I need to put my attention there. It's crazy? It looks crazy, but we are made to do the best thing in the possible situation. And if you don't know about these mechanics, maybe this can pull your attention. On the other hand, if you have too much alcohol, too much sugar, and too much good things, they can force you to do something. Someone comes to you and gives you a lot of advice. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. You say, okay, you forget what you wanted to do. Or you just need one advice and it's not coming. Do you agree with this? But you're right. There are not only things or categories, there are also sources, like the society, like the media. You could put them in a category as others doing something to you. What other categories or sources do you know that can unbalance you? Yeah?
Like, again, emotions.
Yeah, emotions is something, but who can force you emotions or can prevent emotions from you?
Like who?
Yeah. Yeah?
That'd be a different source would be television, for example. We
Yeah.
talked about the media.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
distracting sometimes. Donald Trump is a great example.
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
We don't want to be politics,
Yeah.
but it's like yeah. He can pull some attention, and he can use it to get his goals that fulfill him.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
People are so busy with him, they don't know what's really important.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes people can, because he's using fear that people have, but how do you get fearful? If you have attention on something that you are losing, you get fearful. Okay? And he's using this thing. People are coming here, taking more of the things that you like. And he can achieve his goals easier. Okay? But who else can do this? You said media. I had some seminars, some people say, I to myself. You can't force things to yourself. I have to go and do this. I need to clean this room. I never saw a baby sitting there and say, I need to clean this room because my friends are coming. Never happened. Okay? Or, I cannot do this. I have not enough certificates. I will let the people that I love die because I have no certificate to help them. How comes? If others do something enough, often enough to me, I start to do it myself, to myself. Right? If your mother says always, oh, your friends are coming, you need to clean this room. Oh, I need to do it for you, whatever. After a while you say, okay, yeah, it's unconscious. You just know, I have to do this, or I have to prevent it. After a while, you start to do it to someone else too. You have to clean your room because your friends are coming. After a while, you start to give advice to your friends. You have to do this. You have to eat vegan. You have to whatever it is. It's good, of course. But what happens if you use a scale? You can be 80% vegan. You can also think about other people. If I go to my mother, I don't like meat, okay, but she cooked for me. I don't want to feel bad, so I eat it. My God. This is a strange thing. If you look at apes, there have been research. You have one ape here, and the ape is looking other apes being treated painfully. They feel the same thing. It's called mirror neurons or empathy. Some people have it too. So if you see other people doing something painful to others, you get unbalanced. You feel forced to do something. You see war on TV, it takes your attention. You cannot keep doing what you thought is good or important. And it's maybe just the TV. If you go outside, you look at people here, look in the room, okay, are here people that are fighting each other or doing something? But if you watch it, it's taking your attention. Sometimes imagination is even much more powerful than the facts. You just need to imagine, okay, this will happen. This will be so horrible to other people. I have to go there and fight for freedom or whatever it is. Okay? We left Iran because of war, because of revolution, because we didn't agree with this country or the way it was running. But people can see someone as a refugee that didn't agree with what's happening there and imagine he could be a threat. So how can be a solution a fake solution? Let's say you are not getting distracted by these unbalances. You know your goals very perfectly. You know exactly what fulfills you and not. You have a friend, a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband or wife, and you understand each other very deeply. Or you are a musician. You understand your instrument very well. While you are playing, sometimes you feel one with the person, with the instrument. Some people talk about flow. How many of you heard the name or the word flow? Okay. Some people say if you are in the flow, you can achieve 5 times more. Whatever fulfills you. So you could go Monday working, and then the rest of the week you are free. If you are one with your goals, with the things that fulfill you, with your abilities, let's write it here. if you are in good communication, in this flow with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and something comes and distracts you, unbalances you, something from the past, some imagination from the future, others, media, this society, something that they did to you, something that you did to someone else, and you get out of flow. You get interested. What happened? You are still interested. You are still in some kind of connection. Your wife doesn't need to say, I said to you 10 times, please take the garbage and bring it down. You just see her and say, oh, garbage, I love it. You just take it down. After a while, you get more distracted. Your mother-in-law comes and I love mine. She's supporting me a lot. But you start to communicate. The first part of communication is a commune. So you have a kind of feeling of being together still. But you need, of course, two parts to communicate. And then you ask, even if you don't like it, just say it to me. Be honest to me. Just say what's happening. Do you like it? Don't you like it? You don't see it. You are not interested enough to see it. You are not in flow enough to feel it. You start to communicate. It's a good solution. The question is it your next step or not? If it's too high, you say, I should communicate with this guy? Never. No way. I would never communicate with him. There is no possibility. He's not answering. He's talking too much. If it's too low, you say, communicate, okay, this is easy, I don't need to communicate with my wife, I just see, I'm so interested, my baby don't need to tell me, okay, I just see it and I can change it, it's, not a big deal. If you cannot get in communication with someone, you try to control the situation. You have a kid, and you say, okay, outside is cold and you cannot just go without shoes and, maybe you should take your things and that thing works. So you take control. Taking control means also to take responsibility. You say, okay, I know it's cold and I put on your things. You can cry as much as you like, but I am the responsible one. I take the control and I do it. A lot of people have difficulty, at least in Germany. If man and woman are dancing together, ballroom dances, girls usually say, he is not taking control and not leading enough, and and the girl starts to lead herself, and you want to dance salsa and it becomes like a fight. We did some salsa leadership courses where you can improve your leadership style and also your salsa abilities by just improving your feeling about control. If you don't feel easy taking responsibility, if you don't feel easy to take control, you will probably not do it. And the girl that you want to dance with, she said, he's not a good dancer. So what happens if you lose control? You become angry if you don't need it. You have fear. Generalized fear. You cannot help yourself because you lose control by cigarettes. Some people use NLP. You know NLP? Neuro-linguistic programming. They try to find something that's unbalanced you, and they put something else that unbalances you now. So you don't like cigarettes? Okay. You like chocolate? Okay, we can replace them. Or you want to eat a lot? Okay, each time you see something to eat, you think about shit or something that you don't like, and this prevents you to eat it. It works very fast because you are forced to do it. It's unconscious. Sometimes you have a lot of fear. You just look at the fear and repeat it again and again, and you go from different sides. So there is possibility to get help. But the question is it your next step? Some people are way too proud to accept help. Think of yourself. Did you ever help someone and it was useful for the person? He was grateful? How is the feeling? Yeah? Did you like it? Is it fulfilling? Okay. Yeah.
Just to make it sure, those are several steps I could choose and they lead into flow, or
Yeah.
I didn't get the clue.
Yeah, this is good that you asked. Because these are different possibilities to solve something. Or this is why I say fake solutions. If they are not your next step.
Yeah.
You know, someone comes to you and you say, okay, you know, I cannot talk to my boyfriend, he's crazy. And say, just communicate with him. I say, I cannot communicate with him. I just said I cannot communicate with him because he's talking too much.
Okay.
Okay? So if it's not your next step, you cannot do it. Easy. So it might be that you are above it. You say, I'm not interested in him anymore. It's done. Or you say, you know, if you could tell me how I can control his flow of speaking, then I could communicate with him. But how can I control his flow? Or how can I control my feelings about him? So this would be a help, because it's the next step. If you say, okay, now you know, I lose always the control. I need someone who's standing by me and helping me to stop my reactions. And so, okay, let's go together and talk with him. Or just to, you know, say, a lot of people go on stage and say, okay, I'm so afraid standing in front of people and talk. Okay? So it's not the best thing to just do it. You say, okay, control your breathe, stand here and think about blah. So this is a kind of control.
So do you think those are the 4 basic directions, or aren't there any more, or do you submit? I'm not really sure if I get
Yeah.
what you mean.
During the last 20 years, I saw these different solutions, and there are more to this, of course. I have 27 that people use, but below help, you are not willing to receive help.
Okay.
Okay? Below help, there is something like feeling guilty. So you
Those
see,
are the most important ones.
yeah,
Or the
those
most
are
dominating.
exactly.
The most dominating. Okay.
Because if someone is not willing to receive help, how can you help him?
Yeah.
There's no
Okay,
chance.
yeah.
He just wants to feel guilty. You say, okay, you know, you could communicate with it. No, you know, I feel so bad. I you know, I just did, you know, I cannot talk to the other.
Yes, thank you. Now I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if you look at these things, there's a possibility to let go of things that you don't like. But there is not always the possibility there. Sometimes you don't have enough control to let them go. Sometimes you have not enough communication to let them go. Sometimes you are not interested in something. The question is, how would you improve this situation if you are in one situation? Let's say you have only 2 euros in your hand, and you have to let go of these 2 euros. On the other hand, you have someone who has every month 2,000 euro coming in, and he has to let go of 2 euros. It's much easier. You don't even think about letting go. So if we look at these 2 guys, maybe the question is more how to create what you want to let go. You don't like anger? Create it. You don't like fear? Create it. If you have enough fear that you can create, it's easier to let it go.
Mhm.
There is an experiment with the glass of wine. You take it, you do ping, You take this voice and do a feedback, because it's own vibration. If their vibration becomes enough, they can break it. It's its own vibration. I showed you about my experiments as I was 30 years old. Today, after 30 years, I'm now 44. It's amazing how important it is to create the things that you don't like, to be able to let them go. The question is sometimes how deep it goes. But this is another subject for another seminar. Do you think you can do few things that we learned here? Did you have a little bit fun? If you had fun, just do one hand up. If you learned something, then put both of them. And now you can let go of me. Let go.